They don't appear that. I think what they're doing is they only doing it on like select items each day type shit. Because it did change from what it was yesterday, but I mean everything was still pretty much right. I mean, which is cool. Like I ain't mad about it. Like, whatever.
Welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. So the Washington Huskies return team didn't help matters out much there. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all, Palmer.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Washington sends out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Buckeyes offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. If he's able to go get the first, he's got a fresh set of downs.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. And the Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Going up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy, because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Running back searching for a hole. He breaks a tackle. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Pressure coming. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Williams looking for a man. Working the middle, it's complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Williams will pass. Got his man quickly. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
To the ground with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the play fake. On the run, still looking. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Right down the boulevard, it's good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. First down for this offense. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the air, it's Fuentes. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Husky. The defense with the scoop and score. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go over to the offense and be like, bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll throw it on first down. Pulls it in. It's Thurman. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks. And you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses, every year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit. He lets one fly deep. Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They'll run the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were...
And that ball is picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the single back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
Now on first down from the 30. From the gun, running back on the move.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. It's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator, because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Now adjusting. He makes the catch. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. To throw, it's Fuentes. They're bringing heat. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Grabs it inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Pulls it in. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decisions, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Washington sends out the punt team.
On to kick it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells. The passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. After the run, now to throw. With the catch, it's Graham. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He's got his man. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Scanning the field, it's Fuentes. He got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Ohio State! And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you?
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They open this third quarter on top, and they build the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And guys, this is a great time to look for an explosive play on. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Fires to the big fella. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Washington wants to go quickly. Williams looking for a man. Finds his tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second, try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
They go to the ground. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he just couldn't get started. Goes down behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose yardage on the completion. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Looking for space. It's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Williams will pass. Gets open down the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. To the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Finds his man. It's Holmes. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Good right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arizona State answered the bell away from Tempe today with an impressive victory. The Sun Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
That's reeled in. It's Smith. They almost got a first down there. Stopping yards short. It'll be third down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Line getting set on second down. From the gun, the ground game. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly...
He tries to take the top off. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll take another shot here. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the corner of the end zone. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Dropping back, it's Fuentes. He's open on the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Motion from the offense. They want to throw it. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13.
That makes the score Ohio State 35, Washington 13.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Coleman. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
I like how this offense throws to their running backs in different areas of the field. It's not always going to be to the perimeter. It's not always going to be screens, but they can attack the middle of the field, too, using these angle routes. Nice play call.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab on the right. He's off to the races. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Husky.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job.
And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Washington 19.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wide out in motion. Dropping back, it's Fuentes. Got his man on the right. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter.
And here's the pick, and did they need that right now. Bringing it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Huskies.
How How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 40. He's loose. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback running game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Now improvising. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Well, you'd think this would be a very makeable field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it on 4th down. To the air, it's Fuentes. Coming after it. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead. Multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Washington right back to the line. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Makes the grab, and he's running in the open. Past the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Washington. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking to the big tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Finds his back in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He's got it down the left. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and now they'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Offense getting set for 1st down. Williams will pass. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
The bad news, he didn't get the 1st down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have 1 timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
Quickly to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got it right where you want it.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Boston. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now to capitalize, David.
Yeah, keep the momentum going, right? Defense did a great job. They held serve, got you the football back, Jesse. Let's go get some points.
And I'm curious to see how they're going to do this. Are they going to be aggressive after the defense got the stop and take a shot, or are they going to try to be more conservative here and bleed the clock?
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The Buckeyes enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. Still on his feet at the 45. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Fuentes. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
Man, it's your job to stop it. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it, defend.